James Conner in the backfield on the right side of Big Ben. Motion by the tight end McDonald down the line left to right. And the snap goes high over the head of Big Ben all the way back to the 2 to the 1. And the Browns have it in the end zone. And they dive on the ball and recover it for a touchdown. Carl Joseph's got it in the end zone. A touchdown.
Not a bad start.
6-0 Browns. Marquise Pouncey just sailed the ball over the head of Big Ben, who looked at James Conner. They raced back towards inside the 5-yard line. It went into the end zone. B.J. Goodson and Carl Joseph were over there, and Joseph recovers it. Calling signals, takes the snap, gives it, Chubb runs, dips his shoulders, he's to the 40, 35, he's to the 30, cut back 25, he's to the 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Nick Chubb, he's over 1,000, and the Browns lead 6-0. James Conner in the backfield on the right side of Big Ben. Motion by the tight end McDonald down the line left to right. And the snap goes high over the head of Big Ben all the way back to the 2 to the 1. And the Browns have it in the end zone. And they dive on the ball and recover it for a touchdown. Carl Joseph's got it in the end zone. A touchdown.
Not a bad start.
6-0 Browns. Marquise Pouncey just sailed the ball over the head of Big Ben, who looked at James Conner. They raced back towards inside the 5-yard line. It went into the end zone. B.J. Goodson and Carl Joseph were over there, and Joseph recovers it. Calling signals, takes the snap, gives it, Chubb runs, dips his shoulders, he's to the 40, 35, he's to the 30, cut back 25, he's to the 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Nick Chubb, he's over 1,000, and the Browns lead 6-0. James Conner in the backfield on the right side of Big Ben. Motion by the tight end, McDonald down the line, left to right. And the snap goes high over the head of Big Ben, all the way back to the 2, to the 1, and the Browns have it in the end zone. And they dive on the ball and recover it for a touchdown. Carl Joseph's got it in the end zone. A touchdown.
Not a bad start.
6-0 Browns. Marquise Pouncey just sailed the ball over the head of Big Ben, who looked at James Conner. They raced back towards inside the 5-yard line. It went into the end zone. B.J. Goodson and Carl Joseph were over there, and Joseph recovers it. Calling signals, takes the snap, gives it, Chubb runs, dips his shoulders, he's to the 40, 35, he's to the 30, cut back 25, he's to the 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Nick Chubb, he's over 1,000, and the Browns lead 6-0.
All right, guys, we are good to go. We are ready. We are live. Welcome to Load the Box. Load the Box Browns, I should say. I'm Chris Paxitas. That's my wonderful co-host, Eric Mienko. Not co-host, host 1A. We cannot forget that. He is 1A. Always has been, always will be. The man, the myth, the legend.
There's no more 1B, so I'm 1A.
1A and number 437 or whatever it was.
Yeah, without a B, that means there's only number 1.
That's right. That's you know what? You are exactly right. You're exactly right. So Sunday was abysmal. It was a real bad day to be a Browns fan. But what else is new? Before we get into all that talks, Mienko, I want to know how your week was. So let's talk about it.
It was interesting.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to this week. Noah has surgery tomorrow, getting tubes put in his ears, which is going to be nice for him. Get some relief for him.
Yeah.
New Warzone dropped today, so I'm looking forward to playing that. And then I have a 4-day weekend. I'm off tomorrow, Friday, and then obviously Saturday, Sunday. So
there you go. All right. Right.
I just have a lot of PTO to take, and I decided, screw it. New Warzone's out. Let's take a day off and play some Warzone.
Oh, you got to. Oh, that's awesome. For me, my week is all right. Nothing major really happened. Kind of, went shopping on Saturday, did some Christmas shopping, some Thanksgiving shopping. Been working like crazy this week, and since I'm in construction, everybody's trying to do that big push until they can't work anymore. So that's what I've been dealing with this week. I'm off tomorrow because wife and I, we have a baby doctor appointment. We get to go see how big my son Max is. So looking forward to seeing him in the ultrasound. So that's pretty exciting. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Now I will say this: my dad was at that game Sunday. My dad went with a bunch of Browns backers because he lives on the Gulf of Mexico side of Florida, and him and all the Browns backers took a bus and rode over to Miami. And he was so excited for this game. You know, he's never been to that stadium, which he said sucked. The stadium was not good. Said it was.
I've always heard the opposite of that.
He was not a fan of it. I don't know. He did say that it's kind of weird. I guess maybe not the stadium itself is terrible. Like the location, of it is not great. So he said it's like in like the middle of like suburbia, not even in Miami, and it's just like in the middle of suburbia. Bam.
Oh,
There's
terrible.
Yeah. We have Bilbo in the chat. He goes, "How's it going, dudes?" And we are doing fantastic. Thank you for coming in here, Bilbo. I appreciate that. But you know, my dad went there with high hopes. Maybe we'd see, you know, Nick Chubb run for $150 and 2 touchdowns. Instead, we saw him rush only 11 times for 63 yards and a touchdown. And we saw Jacoby Brissett attempt to air it out as best as he could. And we saw the Browns get routed 39-17. A positive, I can say. And this is the only positive I can say about this is that the Dolphins did not have a receiver to go over 100 yards. Granted, with that being said, they gave up 3 passing touchdowns.
Granted, they were the number 27th ranked rushing offense coming into the game, and they ran all over us. Granted, this is the exact same situation you had with the LA Chargers. Granted, this defense came off its best performance going into a bye week, and everyone had high hopes because they emptied the gas tank, and we all thought this was going to be a good performance. Granted, everyone thought the offense was going to do good because, hey, they came off scoring a lot of points against Cincinnati. Granted, this team was, you know, Kevin Stefanski was 2-0 coming off the bye week. Granted, this team we thought was going to be really good. Granted, the Miami Dolphins were hot, and we thought that it was going to be, okay, well, we can at least somewhat hang out with them. No, this game was trash. They are trash.
This team you're exactly right.
Overhaul. I'm going to rant because I'm beyond done.
He's mad, guys. He's mad. He's mad.
I have not been this mad in a long time.
Okay.
That is the most piss poor performance I've ever seen in my life. That was the most no heart, no care in the world performance I've ever seen in my life. The effort they gave on defense, Joe Woods needs to be fired. He should have never came home. He should have had to walk his ass back to Cleveland. I don't care how many days it would took him. I don't care if there was a storm going through Florida. He should have walked his ass back to Ohio. Plain and simple. That was piss poor. That was dog shit is what that was.
I agree.
The offense was okay. It was okay at best.
Yeah.
The tackles looked like they were on skates the whole game. They were playing on roller skates when it was, you know, ice out. They couldn't get a grip.
Yep.
Melvin Ingram and Bradley Chubb were literally in the backfield the whole entire game. They looked like 7th round picks out there. It looked like Cam Irving out there trying to block somebody.
Oh God.
It looked like Jonah Williams trying to block Myles Garrett one-on-one. What that looked like. That's how bad that was.
Yeah, man, you're exactly right.
It was literally the worst performance I've seen in this Browns team in a long time. The Patriots game set the bar real high. The Chargers game with the way they collapsed set the bar real high. The Jets game with the way they collapsed set the bar real high. But they somehow managed to beat that bar.
You know, that's why I set the title of the show today. Instead of being a Browns fan was easy, everyone would be a fan. Guys, this sucks. This team flat out sucks. And you know what? I think what pisses me off the most is that this team has so much potential. So much potential. We got names. We got names. But that's it. It's all it is. It's just names. Eventually, something's got to come out of this. Eventually, Joe Woods has to lose his job. Eventually.
Or Stefanski does.
I see. I don't want
him to, but if he will not pull the trigger and get rid of Joe Woods, he's got to go. If you can't hold your team accountable, listen. Yeah. I didn't mean to cut you off in your rant,
no. Go ahead.
This is the problem. Perrion Winfrey's been held out of how many games this year? 3 games.
Something's going. Yeah. He's a head case.
So that's the first problem.
Mm-hmm.
Second problem. Grant Delpit got in trouble with this team. They would never say what it was. Yeah. Disciplinary action within the team, it would be handled internally. Cool. We see that a lot. If you are to not start a game I would think if you need to hold your players accountable, you'd hold them out for a quarter, a half, the whole game, something. How many plays was Grant Delpit out this game? One. How accountable can you be if you get in trouble with the coach? Coach has to sit you on the bench, say, you know what, Grant, you did something wrong. We're going to punish you. You need to sit your ass on the bench. His ass doesn't even get warm. It didn't get to feel the heat from the Miami sun. It doesn't. He stands there. All right, coach, I'm ready to go in. I feel rehabilitated. I'm ready to go in. Come on, one play. I mean, the team has no accountability. I don't know if it's Stefanski's fault. I don't know if it's Joe Wood's fault. I don't know if this is the position coach's fault. But this team sucks right now.
Yep, and
they deserve every bit of bad press they're getting.
Yep, I talked to my dad about this earlier because I think everybody knows my dad's a giant Browns fan. He's the reason why I'm a Browns fan. He's born and raised in Parma. Him and I talked a lot about this today and yesterday. Eventually, Kevin Stefanski needs to stop being the offensive coordinator and start being a head coach. And by that we mean he needs to take some sort of role in this defense. I don't know if he is right now. I have no idea. But if he isn't, now's the time. Now's the time to sit down with Joe and be like, listen, what you're doing is not working. Your scheme is not working. Change it up or you're gone. Yeah. Literally, the head coach is literally his job is to go to his coordinators and say, this is what I want to run on offense. Make it happen. And for your game plan, let me see it. We'll go over it. Right? Yep. And then on defense, same thing. Yep. Same thing. This is what I want on defense. Make it happen. Show me what you've got planned on that, and we'll go from there. Or,
okay, I see your scheme. I like your scheme. Here's some things I want to add to it.
Exactly.
Here's some things I think we need to tweak a little bit.
Exactly.
But to me, I think the problem is this, to me, feels like Hugh Jackson all over again. And what I mean by that is Hugh was known as an offensive mind. Yep. Everyone thought what he did with Cincinnati was going to replicate with the Browns. And there were times where you're like, man, wow, this offense could be really good if we had the right players.
Yeah.
And you look at this offense and you think, wow, this team's going to be really good when we get Deshaun Watson back.
Yeah.
But then you look at, okay, how is he managing the entire game? And like we've talked about and I've complained about for weeks, he did the same thing, reared his ugly head again this week. The first quarter, I think I heard who was it that said it? Was it Ken Carman? Listening to the CBS morning show on Monday.
Yeah.
And they said Kevin Stefanski, if he loses his job, should go out and be hired by other teams, his service, to create an opening drive. Let me script your opening drive.
Yeah.
The opening drive, you could not have asked for a better opening drive.
Oh, it was perfect. They
looked phenomenal.
They marched right down that damn field. Looked great.
I thought, okay, this is going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
There's no way we're holding them back. We're going to come out. We're going to start scoring the football, and we're going to just run things up. After that first drive,
exactly what we've talked about happened yet again. We're not making adjustments. No adjustments. After the script runs out, you don't know what to do. Yeah. And I don't know if that means Kevin needs to give the play calling to AVP. Right. I think that's what needs to happen. Because
or somebody else needs to be in his ear.
I feel like
maybe it's an AVP thing.
Maybe it could
be a
Bill
Callahan thing. Maybe it's
I don't think it's a Bill Callahan thing. He's the best offensive line coach in the NFL.
Yeah, but he's a run game coordinator is what I was trying to get at.
Okay.
Drew Petzig.
Yeah.
Or Chad O'Shea. Those guys all have to be in his ear at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because they suck. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. But somebody we've got to see change in the offense.
Yeah.
Stop having a terrific offense first drive and the third, because second usually is pretty decent.
Yeah.
Third through like sixth is just awful. Trick play after stupid call, bad decision, bad clock management. It's just constant terrible things that happen, and this is one thing I will never understand. You watch other games, and you see other teams, when they get a penalty, it's not the end of the world. With this team, if they get a false start or a legal man downfield or hands to the face or whatever, any kind of penalty, the drive is over. They cannot overcome making a mistake.
Oh, no. You're right. Dude, it's so you're right. They have got to learn how to bounce back from shit like this.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing, I really need Kevin Stefanski or AVP or whoever the hell it is. I'm saying it's Kevin because he's the play caller. Yeah. I would like them to not act like they've got a quarterback like Andrew Luck in the backfield. You know what I mean? Like I wish they, okay, let me rephrase it. I wish they didn't act like they had a superstar as quarterback. Okay. What I mean is that, I understand that you get behind, you throw the ball.
Yeah, of course.
But we've got the best running back in the NFL. Jesus Christ, let him do his fucking job.
Yeah,
he had 11. I realize to an extent you can't just run the ball and throw it 10 times a game and say, oh yeah, we're good. But if Nick Chubb has less than 20 carries a game, then we have a massive problem. This man had 11.
Average around 15 though.
Okay, then I'll say 15. Okay, yeah. I'll change that to 15. We back?
I can hear you again.
Okay, sorry about that, guys. My internet had a hiccup.
Good old Spectrum.
Sorry about that. Yeah, Spectrum sucks. I can't wait to get rid of them. Scott Joseph is in chat and he goes, weather in Buffalo is supposed to be insane this weekend. Could be up to 6 feet of snow by Sunday. If they play, it's going to be wild. Chubb is a fucking beast. Yeah. And we're going to get into that as we go along. We're going to get into that Buffalo game because I'm nervous but excited for it.
That's gonna be a tough game, man.
It's gonna be a tough game. I feel okay about it only because of the weather, you know?
Right.
Like I feel like that's the only thing that's working for us.
Yes, sure.
Like, I guess we might as well get into Buffalo. Do you just want to go ahead and do it, or are we done with Miami?
Listen, I don't give a shit right now. This team, we can keep going on the garbage that was. Or we can move on to Buffalo and the garbage it's going to be.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. I don't know if you saw what Nick Chubb said.
Not.
He, I'm trying to see what question he was asked. I didn't see who asked it, but he said something, he said, it's always frustrating when you're not winning, going into camp, working hard, doing all the things right, and then coming out to the games and the ball's not bouncing your way. It's very frustrating. We are who we are. We're a 3-6 team with 8 games to go. This team is fired up and we're going to work today. At least the man's he's got heart.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
If I can have 11 Nick Chubbs, just 22 of them. 11 on both sides.
Yeah.
I'd be happy, man.
All same
here.
The
problem is, we have one.
You ain't wrong.
Really, I mean, if you want to look at it from that factor, we have 3. We have Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, and Jacoby Brissett.
Yep.
Not the same skill level as Nick Chubb, but as far as the heart goes.
Yeah.
And their drive and determination.
Yep.
Those guys don't give up.
I'll say the same thing about Amari Cooper. I'll say the same thing about Amari Cooper. I haven't seen that man take a play off. He might screw up. He might drop a couple, but
I could give you DPJ. I don't know if I can give you Amari Cooper.
Okay.
Let's be honest though, if DPJ is doing better than Amari Cooper, it's a problem, and he did last game.
Yeah, he did. He nearly had 100 yards. I think he had 99 to be exact. But yeah, you're right. We need more guys with heart, and that's the thing that I've been saying. I want to see some fucking heart out of this team, and not just out of 3 guys. I need it or 4, I should say, because I'm going to add Joel Bitonio to that list. That man's got some heart, and you got to have heart. He's been here since 2014. Like,
Yeah.
So we're going to get into Buffalo. Now, I will say this. This is what we have going for us. Number 1 is the weather. What that means is that Buffalo is not going to want to pass the ball. And it's a damn good thing, because if they had perfect weather, this would be a very, very long day.
This week.
Yeah, it would be a very long day for us. So the
I'd
good
be
thing.
busy. I'm taking a week off. Let's put it that way.
Gotcha.
It's just if this was good
I
weather,
understand.
man. I'm going to be honest with you. Did you watch the end of that game last week?
No, I did not. I did not. But I heard about it.
By far, probably the game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's and I'm not even kidding. They're going to be a very angry team after what happened last week.
I'm sure they are.
There's 2 teams in this league I do not want to face angry: Kansas City, Buffalo.
Yep.
And the problem
Philly.
is,
Also, I'll throw Philly into that mix.
I mean, they just got beat by the Commanders, bro. They just got beat by the Commanders.
That's a division
really
game.
Doing this?
That's
Taylor
a division.
Heineke,
That's a division
at
game.
Home,
It's a division. It's a division game. Just saying. Just saying.
That.
No. Okay. Let's not get into it.
We can. I mean, I
don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it.
Philly is a great team. I told you they were my dark horse pick, but we're not. I don't think their offense is even close to being as scary as Buffalo or Kansas City right now.
No, I agree
Jalen
with
Hurts
you.
is playing at MVP level, but again, I'm not as concerned about them after seeing what Washington did to him.
I understand.
But the way that Buffalo dismantled Minnesota, but the fact that Josh Allen played like crap at the goal line, it's the only thing that stopped them from losing.
Yeah.
Josh Allen made 2 mistakes.
Yep.
He got them where they were supposed to be. That defense is really freaking good.
Yep.
This is going to be a test.
Yeah. No, you're right. This is what we have going. Like I said, because the weather's going to be bad, I doubt they're going to be throwing the ball like normal. The Browns.
Josh Allen went to school in Wyoming. I don't think he's scared to throw the ball in the snow.
I know, but this is also damn near 6 feet of snow that they're talking about. This is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Browns have the 5th best rushing attack in the NFL right now, and they are averaging 158 yards per game. And you look at the rushing defense for Buffalo, they have the 7th best rushing defense in the NFL, and they give up on average 109 yards per game. I'd like to think that we could probably get more than that this week. With that being said, the Browns also give up 131 yards per game rushing the ball. That's what scares me. What's that?
With Josh Allen running the ball.
Yeah. So that is one thing that does absolutely scare the hell out of me. So I think for me, this game, if the weather's going to be like they say it is, who's going to run the ball better? And at this point, I think if there's any game this year that you literally put everything on the shoulders of Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, this has to be the game. This has to be it. I don't know how you feel, but that's how I feel.
Listen,
you're numb. I can tell.
I am very much so. If the Browns lose on Sunday, my whole day's ruined kind of guy. That's just who I've always been.
Same.
I literally didn't let it bother me on Sunday. I wasn't fazed by the loss after the game was over. I'm completely to the point now where I'm done with the team for the year unless they can show me something. Don't tell me wait three more weeks for Watson. That's not what I want. I want to see the team perform.
Yeah.
The team's way too fucking talented for us to be playing this way.
No. You're right.
But
man.
as far as Buffalo goes, there's a problem here. We have to see that they can cover Stephon Diggs. Even if they won't throw the ball a lot, they'll still throw it.
Oh yeah.
All it takes is one play, really.
Yeah.
To get him down the field.
No, you're right.
One touchdown. Right. I mean, look at what happened when it was at the Philly game. a couple years ago when it was awful weather and really one touchdown's what won it. You know, how's Cade York going to kick in the snow? He played at LSU. The ball's going to be a lot harder.
Yep.
Is he going to kick as well? You know, but you are right in the effect of we should be able to run the ball on them. I mean, hell, Dalvin Cook broke an 81-yard touchdown run last week. But my problem here is, can we stop Josh Allen running and passing the ball? And can we stop Stephon Diggs? I don't care how snowy it is. He's still going to run routes.
Yep.
If he can't run routes, it's not safe for them to play.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Well, that's the question, isn't it? I mean, is our secondary up for it? I don't know.
They've not shown me that they are.
And yeah, you're right. So this game could be the third Snow Bowl between the Browns and the Bills. I don't know if you remember these games or not, but back in 2007, they played during a blizzard where the Browns won that 8-0, and Phil Dawson kicked a 49-yarder somehow. And then 2 years after that, the Browns won 6-3 with Billy Cundiff. He had an 18-yarder in the final minute of the game. I actually forgot about that one, but I remember the 2007 one very, very, very well. I remember that. I was watching that game at Frickers that day. So we're looking at a Snow Bowl 3 between Browns and the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo is 8.5-point favorites right now. So I'm gonna go down the injury list for both teams, and we'll go from there. So obviously we know Watson back at practice. He'll be back in a couple of weeks. Whatever.
Yep.
These are the guys who did not practice today. Joel Bitonio, Clowney, Amari Cooper, Myles Garrett did not practice due to just veteran rest. D'Anthony Bell had a concussion. He did not practice, obviously. Michael Dunn didn't practice, and David Njoku did not practice. Jack Conklin, JOK were full participants this week. Ethan Posick and Wyatt Teller were limited.
Okay.
So
is Ethan hurt?
It's his ankle.
Okay. Well, if they're playing it cautious, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
He's been a big piece of this offensive line this year.
No, you're exactly right. But yeah, it's just...
I'm really hoping that we can get Njoku back. Obviously, it doesn't look likely, but I mean, it is such a clear hole at tight end without him there.
Oh yeah. You're exactly right. Buffalo looks a little bit more banged up than us right now. Okay. We'll say, obviously, we know Josh Allen is limited, but he's going to play. I don't see how he wouldn't. Their cornerback, Keir Elam, Jordan Poyer, and Roger Salford were limited today. Tremaine Edwards, Reggie Gilliam, and Jake Kumaro, Matt Milano, Cam Lewis, Von Miller, Jordan Phillips, Greg Russo. Okay, there we go. And Tim Settle all did not practice today. A lot of it was illness. Apparently. Yeah, apparently there's something that's going through Buffalo's locker room right now. I don't want players to get sick. I don't want them to get hurt, but if they all could stay sick and not play Sunday, that would be a big help for me. You would make my Sunday a lot better.
Two names there are Matt Milano and Von Miller.
Yeah.
If those two are out, that defense takes a huge blow.
Yeah. Von Miller was just on veteran rest, and Matt Milano was for illness.
Okay.
So there you go. That's the injury report. Like I said, Buffalo is 8.5-point favorites for this game, and deservedly so. I think the only reason why it's not more is due to the potential 6 inches of snow that Buffalo may or may not get. It's supposed to be 3 to 6 inches of snow. So we'll get into some keys to win the game. And honestly, I don't know what to say. I feel like we say the same thing every week at this point, and nothing's changing. So the key on defense is pray for heart. Pray for heart. There we go. That's my key on defense. Find some heart.
You want my key?
What's that?
Pass. I got nothing.
There you go. We got nothing, man. We're drained.
I have no hope for this game.
Guys, we are drained. This is hard being a Browns fan. This shit is hard. Like, this is not for the faint of heart. I feel bad for our kids. I feel bad for our kids right now that they're going to be going through this just like we are.
Yeah.
And it's tough. On offense, I'm going to say the same thing I've been saying. Run the fucking ball. Run the fucking ball. I don't know what else to say other than run the fucking ball. Because if this week of all weeks, run the fucking ball. Please. Please. Please.
You want my key?
You passing?
Pass.
Pass. There we go.
Honestly, no. I mean, if I had to give a key, it'd be Nick Chubb. Nope. I got it. My key?
Okay. Yeah.
Chunt.
Chunt. There we go.
Give me the chunt.
Give me the chunt. We said it last week, man. We said that exact same thing.
I said, what was my key? My key was control the ball, have a lot of as far as control the clock, and what was it? Miami controlled the ball for 28 minutes compared to our 17 after the first quarter. 28-17. That ain't gonna get done in the NFL.
No, you're not gonna win a game doing that.
Also, another fun stat for you. We are the only team in the NFL this year to give up 4 games of 30 points or more. 4 games.
I'll tell you.
Does Joe Woods have his job still?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean,
no excuse.
I get why he kept it after the bye week because the defense finally showed up. I get that. But after last week, I don't know, man.
I guess it's who are you going to replace him with?
I guess.
I don't care. Hire that bum from under the highway that told you to draft Johnny Manziel. He can do a better job than this. I'll call plays for you. Give me my Madden playbook.
I tell you what, why don't we go call, since it worked so well for the Colts when they hired a former player who is not part of the team to come in and coach for them. I'm looking for a defensive player. I tell you what, why don't we give Andre Davis a call? You remember the middle linebacker?
Andre Davis.
Let's give him a call, or I'll do you one better. How about
DQ?
Oh, well, yeah, I would love DQ, but Dalen McCutcheon, remember him?
That's a name.
That's a name. That's a name right there.
Lee Bodden. Get that Lee Bodden.
Hey, get Lee Bodden in here. You know what? We got to find him. I don't know what he's doing right now. Time to track his ass down and be a defensive coordinator for the Browns. It worked. It worked for Indianapolis. So let's.
Jeff Saturday as a whole. He's not Lee Bodden. Jeff Saturday is a multi-Pro Bowl selection player, an All-Pro, multiple years.
I know.
Super Bowl, and he was still consulting with the teams. It's not like it was that bad. And I will say, who picked them to win last week? Who told me I was crazy? Who was right? Who was wrong?
Listen, in my defense, I do have a defense. Really did not think they were going to win that fucking game. I did not think that at all.
You underestimated how bad Las Vegas is.
Yeah. No, you're right. I did. And with that being said, let's just go ahead and get into the picks, guys. Mienko, lay it on us. How'd we do last week?
All right, so your
I know
boy had
you
a
gotta
very good week.
Let's say you got a smile on your face.
I had a very good week last week.
How much did you catch up to?
Every game that we disagreed on, I had correct. So, last week you were up by 3. This week you're only up by 1. 59 to 58.
Oh man!
Clutch. You have that grip like this. I don't want to give it up. All right, so we'll start with tomorrow's game. This could be a good one. We have Tennessee traveling to the frozen tundra of Green Bay. Yeah, let's be honest though. Green Bay looked pretty good in that win over Dallas.
I mean, they look good, yeah, but I mean, you don't. It's still Dallas isn't quite like you still don't quite know who they are, sort of thing. But I think Tennessee's playing good football, so give me Tennessee.
Took Green Bay.
Okay.
It's already starting.
It's already starting.
Aaron Rodgers having a week to after a riding that high. Christian Watson looked good after those first 2 drops. Like,
you know what I think right
there
now
might be something there.
I think those 3 wins that he had over me last week is getting to his head. That's what I think.
Hey, listen, I picked all my picks before we even started. So
I know
this. I do that. This would be you going against the picks that I had, which I need to make sure that I picked up Christian Watson in my league this week. Uh-oh. I think I did.
Oh, there we go.
I had a timer to pick him up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, nope. Somebody else picked him up.
Yeah, you'll have that.
Dang. All right. Anyway.
Move on.
Next game, we have Chicago traveling to Atlanta. I am going to pick Chicago.
I agree with you. I agree with that.
All right. Next, this could be a pretty bad game. We have Washington traveling to Houston. I'm going with Washington.
Yeah.
But I don't think this game's going to be a very good one.
Yeah, Washington.
Next, let's see if our boy Jeff Saturday can go 2-0. So, Philadelphia traveling to Indianapolis.
It ain't happening. Give me Philly.
Yeah, I took Philly. Next, we have New York Jets going to New England. Can the Patriots become 2-0 against the Jets?
Give me the Jets. I'm doing it. Give me the Jets.
What are you doing? I think they're favored in this game.
Well, I mean, it's New England, man. It's New England. You know, I mean,
Jets are hot.
I know, you're right. That's why I'm taking them. Give me the Jets.
Okay.
Okay.
Jets as well. Now, here's the big one for you.
All right.
You got your boy.
MCDC.
Who you didn't pick last week, and you should have.
I should have.
Going up to the New York Giants.
Give me the Giants.
Oh, you big wimp.
Are you taking the Giants?
No, I'm taking the Giants.
That's what I thought.
All right. I think I'm going to surprise you with this one.
Okay.
We have the Carolina Panthers traveling to the Baltimore Ravens.
No, give me Baltimore. You're picking Carolina?
I am taking Carolina.
Wow.
Give me my upset pick of the week, baby.
Let's see if
old Baker
can do it. I don't think so.
Hey, listen, he's had some really good games against Baltimore. So
yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't think this week's gonna be it though. I don't think this week's gonna be it for him.
But I'm still taking it.
That's fine.
So the next game we have the Rams traveling to the New Orleans Saints.
I picked the Rams last week and it bit me in the ass. I'm not gonna make that same mistake again. Give me New Orleans.
I was hoping you were going to take the Rams.
I don't trust them.
Just so I could tell you you're going to take a Rams team with a hurt Matthew Stafford and no Cooper Kupp. I thought you were going to. Yeah, I'm not touching the Rams team without Cooper Kupp.
No.
That's the heart and soul of their whole team. They're done. They're donezo for the year. Next, we have the Las Vegas god-awful trash Raiders traveling to Denver.
Do we have to pick a game for the do we have to pick?
So we do. I went with Denver.
I'm going with Denver. I'm going with Denver as well. This is gonna be an ugly ass game.
Yeah, that's gonna be. It's not gonna be a good game.
No. I give me Denver on that one. I do not like that game at all. Yeah, we're going Denver on that one. Can't hear you. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. His mic goes out every once in a while.
Am I back?
Yep. You're back. Welcome back.
So yeah, no, I wouldn't touch this game with a 10-foot pole. You couldn't pay me to bet on it.
Yep.
Next we have I just want this to end in a tie, and actually I wish that both teams could lose. The game that had to get flexed out of prime time because it's such a bad game. The Cincinnati Bengals traveling to Pittsburgh.
I think it's going to be the Bengals. You put a gun to my head. That's what I would choose. I mean, Kenny Pickett did get a win last week, and I did not think that was going to happen. But give me the Bengals. Unfortunately, like you said, I really want to tie, but that ain't going to happen. So
I'm going with Pittsburgh because TJ Watt is back.
My man.
That's the only reason I'm going
All
with Pittsburgh.
right.
If TJ Watt is out.
He's trying to take the lead from me this week, guys. He's trying to take the lead.
Good week or a really bad one?
Does anybody out there think he's going to take the lead from me this week? He's down a game. Let's see. Oh, screw you.
Next, we have Dallas going to Minnesota. Oh, Kirky 7 Chains is gonna have another win.
Dude, listen, you like that?
Yeah, he's been playing on fire, and I'm saying it. If you have not seen the Justin Jefferson catch, you need to stop what you're doing after the show is over and watch that before you do anything else.
All right.
That catch was incredible.
Will do.
The fact that he held on to that ball with one hand and it didn't hit the ground blew my mind. I mean, it was better than the OBJ catch, in my opinion.
Gotcha.
With what it was, 4th and 18, game on the line. You don't get it. You can't try and go for the win, and then he catches it. I mean, I'm telling you, you just go back and watch the last 3 minutes of that game and then overtime. It was by far some of the best football you'll see all year.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm definitely going Minnesota.
All right. We agree.
Next game, this could be the good one. Sunday night, we have Kansas City traveling to LA Chargers.
Give me Kansas City.
Okay. Yeah, we agree on that.
Yep.
Next, we have the San Francisco 49ers traveling to the Arizona Cardinals. I went with San Fran here.
I'm going Arizona.
Arizona, really?
They played good last week, man.
Oh, God. Against the Rams, though.
Yeah,
okay,
still. They played good, though. Can't take that away from them.
True. All right. And then we get to our game. Cleveland Browns traveling to the Buffalo Bills.
I don't have it in me to go against them, so we know who I'm picking, but damn, do I not feel good about this one.
In Buffalo. Where I'm at?
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
Give me Buffalo.
All right.
That's who I want.
That's fine.
I gotta make up a game. I'm pretty sure I'm going to, and if I don't, great. Maybe it'll be a little bit of reverse psychology.
Maybe
me picking the Bills will get them to say, you know what? We'll get our asses in gear. Don't think so, though.
That's well, you guy can hope, right?
That's right.
Well, guys, that's going to be it for us for this week. This was kind of a downer week, but I'm at a loss for words. I mean, it's been a downer week. This week sucked, man. This week absolutely sucked, but you know what? That's the thing about our team is that I feel like if 1-31 didn't make us give up, then I'm not sure what will. Yeah. We might be mad, we might be angry, but we're still fans regardless. We're still here. So, with that being said, Mienko, I know it was hard for you this week, but thank you for stepping up and
It's
doing
what
it.
is.
You're a good man. You're a good man. But guys, we will see you next Wednesday. Hopefully, we will be talking about a Browns miraculous win.
Upset.
But that's the hope. We'll see what happens. But with that being said, I'm Chris Paxitas. That is your number one host, Eric Mienko, and we will see you next Wednesday. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Hoo, hoo.